I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Don't panic. These two simple words are things that every single hitchhiker that is going to go through one end of the galaxy or even from one end of the universe to the next. You got to remember this wherever you go. No matter what you do, that's what you have to do. Even if you're being thrown into the emptiness of space without a spacesuit, you've got to remember not to panic. Anything can happen in the universe. Or if you're being like chased down by the intergalactic police, you gotta remember that not to panic. Even though it seems crazy, you can't panic if you're going to be in a intergalactic hitchhiker. Well, anyway, my name is Captain Ethan James Fitzgerald. I am the captain of the starship the Heart of Gold. See, now you'll notice behind me that I'm actually at home right now. I'm on my home planet of Zoran. See, it kind of feels a lot like Earth, but I don't know what you guys see my real form because I'm actually kind of pretty ugly. But my my job here isn't just to teach you about how ugly I am, but I want you to come on me and my friends on an adventure. See, we already had a lot of adventures in the past, but we want more people to come with us to enjoy. So, see now, intergalactic travel can be dangerous. So I would recommend reading this book by my friend Douglas Adams. Adams, sorry. He he wrote this book called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I told him recently about the uh, the little journeys that I've had with my friends. Well, I call them my friends because they are my friends now, but originally, this guy named Zaphon Beetlebrox, he stole my ship. So, I was held captive. But, so I had to drive him everywhere. But I would really recommend reading his book though, because it teaches you everything that you need to know about interstellar travel, because it's based on our first-hand accounts. So, not only is it a great way for you to learn like what actually happens in the universe, it also teaches you a lesson. It's because the way that he writes it is that everything is like kind of like mixed up in a way. Like it shouldn't happen that way. Like everything is it's like he's on 80 he has ADHD to the max. Like you don't know what's going on, but if you have faith and you continue to read that book, which I would strongly recommend you do if you want to join my crew or my friends to go on an awesome journey. So I would so I feel like it teaches you a lesson that you have to have faith. You have to have faith, not to panic, and no matter what happens, you have to just roll with it. Now that's kind of why I said don't panic at the beginning of this announcement, because that's what you have to do. So not only that, he also develops our personalities to the max. Like he develops our personalities exactly the way we are. So you're probably wondering right now who you're gonna be on the ship with. Well, who you will be on the ship with is one. This guy named Arthur Dent. He is what Douglas Adams like kind of like verifies as the protagonist. I'm sorry about the Earth paper. It's just because Arthur gave this to me, and he wanted me to show you guys a screenshot of him if I talk about you. So, see, that is my alien little sister. So, so his name is Arthur Dent, and so he's our protagonist. Everything seems to revolve around him and the people that he comes across, which happens to be me. and as well as other people on the ship. Now we have his best friend Ford Prefect. He comes from a part of the galaxy called Betelgeuse 7. He was actually kind of made fun of as a kid because he couldn't speak his language that was on his planet. So what he did was that he became a writer for this book called The Original Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is just it tells you information about any creature in the galaxy that you desire, which is really kind of interesting. But so the way that I found out about this is that when I first came captain, I didn't know many languages besides my own, called Zoranese. So he stuck this fish in my ear, and instantly I could tell what the other people on the ship were saying, like he was translating for me. So I began to tell Arthur Dent about this, and he had the same thing happen to him. And he said that it reminds him of this thing back on Earth that is called Babelfish, and it translates whatever Earth language to another Earth language. So I thought it was kind of funny and kind of ironic. It's called Babelfish when I have a fish in my ear. I thought that was quite ironic. Now the other people that are on the ship, we have the president of the galaxy. He's actually the guy that stole my ship, believe it or not, because he wanted to find this planet called Megan, and it's where you can create personal planets of your own. And believe it or not, some even say that the Earth was built there. But it's been gone for millions of years. So he captured my ship, and we took an adventure there, where we end up finding that the answer of life is 42. But to go back to Zaphod Beetlebrox, he's the president. Now, he's actually really dumb. And you're like, how could a guy that's really dumb be the president? Well, it's because the president of the galaxy, he's just trying to get away from politics. He's trying to distract from the real politics that are going on. So he does a really good job of it, because one, he stole my ship, so he was distracting everybody with that. And then some people, when they read Douglas's book, call him the anti-hero, because even though he does all this bad stuff, you end up liking him, and he actually has a real impact on the story, and you'll see why when you read it. Then we have a real static character that really doesn't do much. Her name is Trillian. She's just Arthur Dent. Sorry, Zaphod Beetlebrox's Earth woman girlfriend, and by doing that, she actually brought on two mice that we end up seeing later, who are actually geniuses, and they were the ones that actually told us the meaning, or the answer to life, which is 42. So, excuse me. So, then the next person that we have is named Marvin. Now, he's my favorite character. He's very low profile character, and the author explains everything about him. So he's just this robot that is so super smart and has a personality unlike any other robot in the world, or AI in the world. Now, what's really funny about him is that he's really depressed because he's so funny, because he can't relate to anybody. He actually made a robot die. It made it kill itself because of how depressed it was talking from him to the other robot. So that's the gang that you would be with, then including myself. I don't have that many cool talents. I just know my way around the universe. universe. All right. So now, our adventures though get kind of crazy. And if you have ever read the book Sand Kings, or the little Earth short story called uh, called called Sand Kings, you will remember that working with aliens is kind of hard because things can go up and down. So now that's the crew. Now you don't have to worry about where we're going because everything seems like it's a backdrop. Whatever we do is about what we do together, and that's what's kind of amazing is that we learn everything together. So mainly the background is just a backdrop. You don't really have to worry about it. And if we like fall into a black hole, don't worry about it. Don't panic. Everything will work itself out. It's just a backdrop, right? Just don't panic. All right. So my name's Captain Ethan James Fitzgerald from the Heart of Gold, and I really hope that you consider flying with me. Just read that book, find out more about us, and I'll see you next time.